6th anniversary of Peter Daniel Clark's life, and once a year at the Celebration of Life, the Peter Daniel Clark Award is given to one person who inspires through strength and compassion, a deep commitment to those living with HIV and AIDS. And this year's honoree is in a class by himself, devoting his life to social justice, issues of AIDS. He has transformed lives. He has fought for health and treatment. He's rallied against stigma and shame. He inspired services that couldn't wait. There's a saying, if you say a word often enough, it becomes you. The word in Spanish is esperanza, and esperanza is the promise of hope he gives to lives each day, and hope is Alfredo Hernandez. And I'd like to invite Alfredo and Peter Daniel Clark's beloved sister Debbie Feldman, representing Peter's family, to the stage to present this year's award to Alfredo Hernandez.
Translate for it.
Really?
I can do it.
Okay, if you want to. Good evening, everyone. It's so great to be back at the Heinz with you this evening. My family and I wish every single one of you a happy Thanksgiving and a hope that the new year is filled with strength and peace. Over 24 years ago, my brother Peter Clark, along with some wonderful friends, asked our family to meet him at a venue known back then as the Roxy in the Theater District. We peeled potatoes, helped prepare food, and 200 people showed up to eat at what would be the first of many Celebration of Life Thanksgiving dinners. It was the beginning of this wonderful event during a very, very dark time, and thanks to the Boston Living Center and Victory programs, this dinner continues on today, remarkable. Is there anything better than to be able to gather at the holiday time on a cold evening like tonight, having our bodies and souls fed with delicious food and surrounded by this extraordinary community of people? I don't think so. I have the incredible honor of presenting the Peter Daniel Clark Award. Peter was my brother, as I mentioned, and I have missed his fabulous smile and loving spirit since the day he died 24 years ago. Peter embodied compassion, kindness, generosity, joy, and enthusiasm about the world around him. It makes so much sense that Alfredo Hernandez would be the recipient this year of this wonderful award. Alfredo not only possesses many of the qualities that Peter had, he has provided support and advocacy beyond measure for all those living with HIV/AIDS since the day he stepped foot into the Boston Living Center as a curious prospective member over 2 decades ago. I had the wonderful opportunity just a short time ago to have lunch with Alfredo. I got to hear his amazing personal story involving immigration, his own HIV diagnosis, his advocacy work, and his work at the Boston Living Center starting as a receptionist. He moved on once he was there to become program coordinator, then director of membership, and ending up as the president of the board of directors. As a tireless and committed member of the Latino community, Alfredo has spent much of his professional career involved in organizations promoting health and educational services on both the local and national level. Alfredo is one in a million. He approaches life with courage and grace and is always willing to help others. I think we can all agree that we need more people in the world like Alfredo today. On behalf of the Feldman and Clark families, I would like to present you, Alfredo, with the Peter Daniel Clark Award. Peter would be so thrilled that you're the recipient. I know that we are. Congratulations.
Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está mi gente? ¿Dónde están? No los veo, no los oigo. Vamos. Buenas noches todos. Voy a ser breve porque sé que en inglés tengo que hacerlo un poquito más largo. This is a very special evening for me, and more than anything because I do not consider that this is only my award. I think this is our award together as a community. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for any of you that have supported the Living Center for so many years. I was talking to Debbie when we had the time to talk about Peter, and when the Victory Programs in Boston Living Center announced to me that I was the recipient of the award, I broke crying. Because I knew Peter, and I never knew that such a long time in this epidemic, we could still be here talking about stigma and about the things that we are fighting every day. We still have angels that are dying every day. Just recently, and I was just informed tonight that Karen Lane Lohman passed away no longer than just about a week and a half ago. Catherine Gaines just passed away about not even less than a month ago. Jim Campbell, who gave me this ribbon because I became one of those 50 plus HIV positive persons. I don't think I look too bad, but you know. I might feel good, but I feel like shit. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is Peter gave us a legacy that some of us were honored to not only meet him, but to hear him. And to me, he was the example of honor and such a kind person that it was so worried about the future generations. I was telling Debbie that when I saw him the last time, I was very afraid to get into the doors of the Boston Living Center. And the uncertainty of being alive, just diagnosed after coming from Mexico and beginning my new life in this country, was an endeavor that, to be honest with you, honestly, I would not change it for the world. Because it gave me the opportunity to see that I could help other people to become better, because the center taught me how to cope with HIV, but also how to help other people with HIV. To me, it's an honor that I became, let's say, the second generation that Peter created. Peter was the first generation, and honestly, I do not think that we could have been more honored than being in the generation we are today, because they were in the darkest days of AIDS. And even though they fought, they won because they taught us everything we know today. So, to you and some of you that might be just newly diagnosed, you are not alone, as Bernard Tugulan so beautifully said, but at the same time, I'm very worried about our youth because stigma has become bigger and the money has become less. So we have to fight harder to be able to survive with the things that we need. So let's work together, because the third generation, it's good that we have medication, it's good that we have treatments, and it's good that we have you, that you are supporting us, but let's not forget that it's not easy. Being diagnosed positive in 1985 is the same as it was yesterday. So let's fight together, let's hope for the best. I am hoping that our future generations understand that times are getting more difficult, and I am a stronger believer that my American flag is not only blue, my American flag is not only red, my American flag not only has stars, my American flag have all those colors together. And we have to be together. We have to cut the crap and work together, okay? Maybe next year I can run for city council or something. Yeah. So I want to thank very, very deeply Debbie Feldman, Jonathan Scott, Mark Davino, Michael Bacon, Christine Grindwich, she's bringing my beautiful two nephews volunteering today. And for the Gabriel and Louis, they are very little, beautiful boys, which I adore. For the first time in actually 32 years, I have the very first family member coming to visit me from Mexico, and she's right here taking a photo. So thank you for everything you do, and I really, really want to thank our volunteers, because without you, we wouldn't be doing what we do today, whether it is today at the dinner or whether it is every single day at the Boston Living Center with everything we give. Okay? You deserve everything. And I want to make sure that you also understand that our angels and our heroes, the real heroes, are the members of Victory Programs and the members of the Boston Living Center. They are the heroes. So this award is belong to all of us. Thank you. So we did it.